Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So, I have a custom and this one is little Millie Mo. This was at my mum and dad's, sat in their little conservatory, their little sunroom. And yeah, she was just smiling away because she loves my mum and dad really a lot. Particularly my dad, she thinks he's just here to entertain her. You know, he shouldn't literally be talking to anybody, he should just be entertaining her. But anyway, that's a whole other story. It was from the Diamond Den, which sadly is a company that is no longer trading anymore, which is really sad because he was a really good custom diamond paint manufacturer. It was just a little small business as far as I know, and yeah, he's sadly not doing them anymore, and I just think the charting on this is really good. I'm hoping, because it's got so many different colours on Millie herself, that we won't just get black splodges, we will actually get some shading in it. It does look as though we've got quite a bit of shading on the face on this one, so you can actually see her different features and her beautiful eyes, her little Scotty eyes. So yeah, this was a photograph that I took at my mum and dad's. So yeah, I think I turned it into an art image. I'm not quite sure. I may have just tweaked it slightly, because I do find that if you turn a photograph, just tweak it slightly into an art image, then they do tend to come out that little bit better than just an actual photograph, because the art image actually turns it more pixelated, so it's easier for whoever's charting it. And I believe these were hand charted as well. Makes it easier for them then to be able to pick out the colours in like the pixels, if you get what I mean. Maybe that's a bit technical for me, but anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, I've had this a long time. As I say, it's possibly nearly 18 months old, maybe even nearly up to 2 years. But anyway, it's time I got started on it. I am doing another Scotty painting at the moment. I'm just into Scotties. I am doing Grey in May from Ditsy Diamond Painter. The lovely Rachel. So I'll put her details down below as well, because I think Scotty dogs and grey backgrounds is just very great in May, and it's all about mental health, and of course my little puppy dogs really do help my mental health. So yeah, diamond painting and Scotty dogs, highly recommended. Although she can be quite a frustrating little miss at times. So we have 35 colours. I've copied the little key code from the side of the canvas, just put it through my copier on my printer. So I'll get that put through my Xyron. I just need to cut some edges off that. It did come all pre-bagged. Oh gosh, look at my writing on that, goodness me. This is a 40 by 40 painting as well, so it will take a little bit more doing, but there's quite a bit of colour blocking. I think Millie herself has got quite a few different colours on, but certainly the background, these are the tiles that are in my mum's conservatory. They've got quite a bit of colour blocking on, but I do single place anyway, not that it really matters. So let me get my huge scissors out, which are rainbow to match my other rainbow scissors. I have got an unboxing on this. I'll see if I can find the link for it, because it's way back in my playlists. And yeah, then you can have a look at my unboxing of it. It came with a really nice little toolkit as well, which is really sad, because as I say, they're not doing them anymore. I would certainly have ordered a lot more from him, but I just need a lot more hours in a day. I am going to do quite a few more customs, I think, as well. I was liaising with him until he actually decided he wasn't doing them anymore, to do some customs of my own designs that I have on craft shoe print, because you know, I've got some pretty good designs there, and I keep doing other people's designs, so why not just have a go at doing some of my own designs for a change. You know, I took the photographs and I really liked it when I took the photographs, so I may as well have a go at making it into a diamond painting. But I think that could be quite a bit further down the line. Alright, so we have our trusty Xyron sticker maker. Have you noticed everything's purple? If I can't get it in hot pink, it comes in purple. Okay, oh, I do have my ladybird scissors as well. I have so many pairs of scissors, it is unreal. It's just this real thing that I have about really good pairs of scissors. and I'm always on the lookout for the perfect pair. Right, so let's just get this popped through here. This is just a little sticker maker that just goes through your little machine and turns it into a sticker. So everything that is now underneath this carrier sheet, underneath this plastic carrier sheet, has now got sticky on the back. This one I've had a bit of trouble with. It seems to be, this one has, but it seems to be not sticking down. But if you just give it a good rub over the top, you can see there, look, you've got quite a bit of sticker still left on the edges. You can see the shape. Yeah, you can just sort of slightly see the shape of the little sheet that I've just put through there. And that's how your stickers are made. They were actually, I think, originally invented for like children, but then us crafters and card makers and things got onto it because it's a dry stick, so you're not having to wait for anything to dry. Now, I did have a lady say, did I know of any other sort of sticker maker that's similar to this? I did get this one, quite a while ago. This one again was from Amazon. But the thing I don't like about this one, I have done an unboxing on it as well, is the fact that it's not refillable. It's larger, so you'd need to do 2 or 3 at once, which is probably why I've not even used it yet. But also, you throw the whole thing away because it's not refillable. And I just didn't like that idea. I prefer these that you can, well, at the moment you can get the refills. They were discontinuing them, but it seems as though they are still around. But they are quite expensive. This one was actually a little bit cheaper, but then you find out you're throwing the whole thing away. And what a waste. But again, it's that little bit wider. So, yeah, whether I'll actually use this, I mean, I'd have to put probably at least 2 through at once. And getting 2 lots of these little, like snakes of numbers through and getting them in a straight line might be just a little bit too much. So, yeah, that was another one that I got. Sometimes you can, if you look in the children's craft sections in stores, there are some quite good buys. They seem to do things a little bit cheaper for children for some reason. And I'm a big kid, so I always go looking. That's what I keep being told anyway. And then the only other thing I can recommend is like these glue tape runners. And these again, sort of like put on a dry adhesive. So you use them. They have like little places where you hold them and you can only do one way with them. Let me just grab a bit of paper. But all you do with these, so you would turn your little key code over and you just literally put your finger on the top and run the glue down the back. And that is a similar, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see the shiny bit. That is a similar sort of dry tack to these Xyron sticker makers. So you could use that down the back of your sticker. Maybe not quite as easy as just using your Xyron. I don't know. I have done it a couple of times when I've not quite got the label, got the key code in the right way, or I've messed it up a little bit and had to do another little bit. And I have used these, and I've used these on card making and things for a long time. They're quite cheap. They're usually round about between, well, I would say on average about £2 each, and you get, I think, is there about 10 metres, 8 metres, 10 metres on each one. So there is quite a lot on them as well. So that's something else you could use instead of your Xyron. So I hope that helps. I know it's not brilliant, but the Xyrons are sometimes really difficult to get hold of. And yeah, I know I went through a phase where I was down to my last refill that was in my little machine, and I'm thinking, oh no, what am I going to do now? But anyway, I did then find that Crafter's Companion, which is, well, it's a UK-based company. Sarah Davis of Dragon's Den fame, that's her company. They actually had them in stock, so I got a couple while I was there. But again, they are quite a considered purchase, as they would say. You know, they're quite pricey, but I like them, so I will keep getting them. Okay. I suppose you could use ordinary sellotape, but that could get really, really messy and make your bottles really, really sticky as well. So I'm just cutting these singly. Don't cut all the way through, because then you've got something to just grab hold of and they're easier to peel off. I can't be doing with stickers when they're completely all the way around. I can never get my fingers underneath them and get them peeled. I suppose you can use tweezers, but I tend to just like doing it this way. I suppose it's just what you get used to. But I mean, some people don't even, you know, label them up. Would just literally go off the key code and use your bags, and that's fine. But I'm easily distracted, and I need as much help as I can get. So, this is the way that I've found that works best for me. Sometimes I think if you're just new starting out on diamond painting, then it is quite nice to try a few different people's ideas. Watch a few different people and see what they do. And then you'll sort of like probably find your own way of doing things. You think, well, I like how they do that bit, but I would do this bit different. And you sort of like just get yourself into your own little niche, as it were, as to where you want to, well, how you want to do things. And yeah, and then you can pass your little hints and tips on to other people, and maybe they'll look at your way and think, wow, that's the best way I've ever seen. Or they'll think, well, I like doing that way, but I would do this little bit different instead. And that's how we pass things on and share things. And that's why I love particularly crafting, diamond painting. Share the love, share what everybody else is doing, and learn and just have a lot of fun. Just always remember, it's fun. It really is, and it should be, and you shouldn't get stressed over anything. If you take 2 years to do a diamond painting, then that's great, as long as you've enjoyed doing it. Don't matter what anybody else thinks or says. If somebody completes it in a week, don't feel bad. I mean, they've obviously, well, I don't know, got magic fingers that can go at 300 miles an hour. But yeah, it's not a race, it is a hobby. It is something to just relax and enjoy. And it has definitely been my saviour over the last, what have I been doing? Well, I probably started my first, say I was card making, well, for the last 20 odd years. In fact, longer than that, because I started really seriously card making when I got my first digital camera right back in 1999. Because I started putting people's heads on different bodies and things and sending them cards and manipulating photographs and things just to annoy people, really. And on the whole, it worked. Right, okay, I'm going to put the lovely Millie Moo out of the way now so that I'm not kitting up on my canvas. But this, I mean, it's a gorgeous canvas. It's one of the soft, sort of like moleskinny type canvases. I don't know what it's actually called, but it just feels so velvety on the back. And they had all the scalloped edges and everything. And yeah, I'm really sad about that. But anyway, pop Millie Moo out of the way. This is my 60 bottle storage case. I would think it probably came from Amazon because it's got a blue edge, or it may have come from AliExpress, but I think this one was from Amazon, and it's got the nice sturdy handle on it as well. So yeah, but these are my favourites. These are what I like kitting up in do best, so that's what I'm going to use. And these are my little bags. This was Rebecca at Zest said about putting your drills in these little bags, and I think it's a really good idea. I tend to find any of my really big paintings where it's one of those really big long snakes, I tend to put those into here, or any that have just got the little bags, then I put them into these little, like a net sort of bag up. They're just a little bit stronger than just a standard sort of plastic bag, and they've got a nice zip on as well. Okay, so let's grab a tray and let's get started. So I will have to go through them. Oh, we'll start. I've just found number one, look, which is good old 154. This is a square as well, but it's poured glue. And the last square I did, I really enjoyed doing. So yay, go me. So let's see how many extras we're going to need, because some of these bags are very full. And what did we say these hold? About 2,800 drills, something like that. So yeah, now then, so that you could just leave your spare drills in a little bag, or because this is a 60 case and I only need 35 colours, what I'm going to do is put it in another little bottle, so that my bags don't burst open and go everywhere. So let me grab a pen. And oh look, I've got some Scotty Dog pens. Scotty Dog Crafts, look, Liz Harrison Scotty Dog Crafts. I've been dealing with Vistaprint for years and getting things from them, and I just treated myself to some little pens. So you never know, you may get one of these in a mystery bag at some point. Future giveaway coming up for June, so keep watching. So this is number 1, and it's DMC number 154, and it is canvas number 1 as well. So we'll put everything as much as possible on there so that I don't get confused, because I've got my other one to finish off before I start this one. And you can guarantee if I don't put as much information on as possible, I will pick it up and think, now what did I mean by that? Oh, right, so that was nearly 2 full little pots. Okay, right. And what I've decided with these bags that have got numbers on, and what I'm going to do is keep the bags with the numbers on. And then when I'm doing special drill paintings that I open from the packets, and then put into little grip seal bags, so that I know what number it is on the canvas. I'm going to start putting, say I've done number 1 on a canvas, on a special drill canvas, I'll put the number 1 beads in the number 1. So it saves labelling up or anything, but then if I find I've missed one, I just need to look for number 1 bag. So I'm going to keep these and do that with those. Ha! You see, I do come up with some ideas sometimes. Yeah. We will see whether it works or not when I get my next canvas. But I mean, this is 35 colours, so I've got bags with 35 numbers on, so yeah. Okay, so number 3, these will all fit in here. Nice drills as well. I can't remember whether they're resin or acrylic, I really don't know. So it's such a long time since I did this one, so that's number 35, so I'll put that over there. I'm just number 2 missing for some reason. 34. I did have them in order, look, and I've just tipped them out on the desk. And anyway, so we'll do them in this order for now. So I hope everybody is doing okay, and that life is treating you kindly. Thank you so much for all your comments and questions and everything. I do try and get back to you as soon as I can. It's not always possible to get back to you the same day, but if there's sort of like a burning question, I do try and get back. If I've not replied to your question in a week, please ask me again, or send me an email or a private message or whatever, and ask me again, because I found that YouTube is doing some really strange things. I got some messages from people that had been asked or been put on videos from over a year ago, like 7 months and 6 months. And like, well, I've never seen that comment. Where on earth has it been? And then you feel awful because you think, well, I've not replied to that person. And it's happened a couple of times now as well. So, yeah, I say, if I don't reply within a week, please do give me a nudge. Because I do like to reply, or at least give you a little emoji, a little diamond emoji and a smiley. And, yeah, it's also still unsubscribing me from people as well, which I know I've subscribed to. And then for whatever reason it decides to unsubscribe me, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about either. But anyway, yeah, so if you are subscribed to people, do keep checking that you are still subscribed when you go to watch the video, because I don't know, YouTube's a law unto itself. It does some very strange things. Maybe it's just me. The YouTube fairies come into the house on a night and change all my settings. Oh, that's a lovely slaty grey blue colour. Okay, so yeah, we've had a busy week. Oh, they're just not going to quite go all in there. Come on, tap them down, get that air out. Do you do that with boxes and cereal and boxes of flour when you're trying to get them all into your containers? Just get those last few in. Yay! Oh, particularly cereal boxes, because there's always a lot of air in cereals, isn't there? Look, am I going to get these last few in, and am I going to get the lid on? And when I take the lid off, am I just going to throw them all over the place? That's the question. Probably, Yep, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Let's see if we can just get the lid on. Yes. I'll have to try and remember that one, that, yeah. Be careful with that one, Liz. They're all going to jump out. Oh, there's one spare. Look, you've made a break for freedom. You can stay out. I'll let you go into the wild blue yonder, little drill. So, yeah, my mum's doing okay. She's still not 100%, but we've got all our little gadgets and gizmos in place, shower seats and things around the toilet, you know, like a stand so she can stand up and down better. Because she was standing up, gripping onto the side of the bath, which, with the best will in the world, just isn't really safe. Because baths aren't the easiest thing to hang on to, and if they're wet, they're going to be really, really slippy as well. And, you know, she's doing okay. I think the fact that they've got people that are like experts coming in now and showing them how to do things and showing them how they can do things just a little bit better. You know, they don't, I mean, the lady that's actually coming to see them is wonderful. You know, she's not real condescending or treating them like children or whatever. She's having quite a laugh with them while she's doing it. Because, you know, they're used to being mums, dads, grandmas, granddads, great grandmas and granddads. So they're not used to having somebody telling them what to do. So she does it in such a really nice way. And yeah, they're really listening to her. But I suppose really, you know, they maybe don't listen to the kids. You know, what do we know? But a stranger tells them what to do and they'll do it. Myself and my brother and my sister had a bit of a chuckle about it. So yeah, they're getting on okay. They think my dad's heart is sort of like wearing. I mean, he is 90, so, you know, he maybe needs a little bit of help as well. So sadly, they did a blood test week before last, and the blood test that they needed to test his heart, they tested everything else but forgot that one, so they've had to come back today and do another blood test. So that's upset him a little bit. But we don't think it's anything major. You know, the doctor was more or less, it's just old age. And even if they do discover that there is a little bit of wear and tear, as it were, they don't really think there's a lot they can do. It's just going to be a case of, you know, again, showing ways that things work out a little bit better. What else have we done for them? Oh yeah, prescriptions. Aha! Now, if you've been with me a while, you know I've had a bit of a saga with my prescriptions from the chemist. And yeah, I'm going to have to do another label for that one. I think most of these bottles look like they're going to have to be labels. So 4, 1, 3, and then letter C. Yeah, so after our chemist telling me last time, well, if you don't like the service, go elsewhere, I decided, well, I am going to do then. And my mum and dad, because my dad's not getting out now, my mum and dad are actually, you know, well, they need their prescriptions picking up. And their chemist is just so lovely. I went in there and it was just like so pleasant, if going into a chemist can be pleasant. And the staff were just so lovely. So I just asked them, well, you know, I know we live a long way, we're at the opposite side of the city, but, you know, can we get our prescriptions from you? Because hubby and I both have prescriptions. And they said, yeah, no problem. So signed us up. And so, as usual, we would do our prescriptions. And I thought, oh, heck, you know, I've started giving a fortnight's notice because according to the chemist, it takes a week for it to get from the doctors to the chemist, and then it takes the chemist a week to get the prescriptions done. So I ordered mine beginning of last week, get a text message from the new chemist on the Thursday. That's like 4 days, saying your prescription's ready to pick up. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, that's quick. I've not had one that quick for, well, ever. No, for quite a long time. Our chemist has been bad for quite a long time. And it's a national chemist as well. It's Boots, the chemist that I used to go to. So it's not like it's a small, like, private organisation. It's a big multinational organisation. So yeah, and they've been telling me it's the chemist. Anyway, hubby's prescription was also due, so I put his prescription through on Monday morning, and I got a text yesterday from the new chemist saying it's ready to pick up. So I'm definitely sticking with the new chemist, and I won't be going back to the old one. And yeah, so what's going wrong at that chemist, I just do not know. All I can think is that they are just too busy. They've got too many people to deal with, and they're just not putting enough staff on. You know, I think it's like a lot of places at the moment, you know, they're just giving everybody more and more work, but not putting any more staff on. So the work's just not getting done, and it's really silly. It's just not cost effective, because they're just going to lose customers. And particularly if the staff turn around and say, well, if you don't like the service, you can always go elsewhere. So I did, and I have, and fingers crossed this one is going to be really good. So later on this week, I will be going to collect my mum and dad's prescriptions, and also ours. And then, you know, it's just, I'm going to have to go and get my mum and dad's prescriptions anyway. So I might as well collect ours at the same time. So yeah, great. See how we get on. Oh dear, what a life. I don't know. I just think the world's gone mad. I think everything just seems so complicated. It's all right, hubby's talking to Alexa again downstairs. I was just listening to see if it was somebody at the front door or something, but it's not. It's hubby having a chat to Alexa. He's always asking her questions. He likes to try and ask her really difficult questions that she can't answer. And then he gets really annoyed when she says, I'm sorry, I don't know that one. Oh dear, things must be bad when you start talking to the Alexa. Anyway, yeah, I told him he can always come on my videos and have a chat with me, but no, you're not doing that. Why would I want to do that? I ain't diamond painting. But I have got him doing word searches. Yeah, really good. He's got quite into that now. It's got him off TikTok a little bit, which is even better, because he was just spending hours and hours going down the TikTok rabbit hole. I'll just have a quick look at this for 5 minutes, and 3 hours later it's still looking at TikTok. Although I must admit I have done the same thing myself, watching funny animals and dogs and cats. I just suddenly burst out laughing, and he says, you're on TikTok again, aren't you? I see. So but yeah, he's getting quite into it, because I suddenly remembered he did used to like doing word searches and puzzles. And they used to be, when we used to go on holidays, way back when, before the internet, and we used to get a big puzzle compendium book, and we both used to do them, and we used to do the crosswords and things together. And I suddenly thought, oh, I wonder if he'd like doing that. And I've got him, you know, this word search book, and he does seem to really like doing it. So fingers crossed. You know, all right, it's not exactly a hobby, but it's something else to do rather than just watching television or whatever. So yeah, that's another little bonus at the moment. Gosh, these bags are quite full. Oh, I've got 2 bags of number 20, look. Oh, now then I might keep one bag separate and not put that into little pots, because otherwise I'm going to have an awful lot of pots of that one, aren't I? 23, 22, 21. So yeah, I think I'll just do a couple of pots of this one, and I'll put that one, I'll put it on one side for now, and then I'll have a look, see what pots I've got left at the end. I may fill them all up, but I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling when I get to the end. Oh, he's still talking to Alexa. Goodness knows what he's asking her. So, yeah. Right. Oh, and that's 939. The lovely dark blue 939. And that is S. So we had a lovely weekend last weekend. We picked my friend up and we went to Beverley, which is a town again at the far side in the different direction from where my mum and dad live, to Hull, to where we are. And yeah, we went and had a wander around there. It was a bit disappointing though, because you have to pay for disabled parking. Most towns and places that we go to, disabled parking is free. But for whatever reason, Beverley is £3.50 to park, which is quite a lot of money for a couple of hours. You know, it adds on to your shopping. Yeah, you know, you've got your money for your shopping, and paying £3.50 for parking, it's just that little bit less money to spend while you're there. So, a bit naughty, I think. But anyway, so we got parked, and then we found that a lot of the shops had steps, so hubby couldn't get into them. I know by law you are supposed to have sort of access for disabled people, but hubby's quite sensitive about it, and I'm going to put those into there. Didn't want to go ahead and ask if they had a ramp or anything to get into the shop. Didn't want a fuss, doesn't want people looking at him and, you know, whatever. So yeah, so that just didn't happen. So there was a lot of shops we didn't go into because hubby couldn't get into them. So anyway, what we did, because we were going to go to like a little cafe and have some lunch or a cup of coffee and a cake or something, you know, just sort of a light lunch. So I said, well, it's a lovely day, and it really was a hot day. We'd taken Millie with us, so she was panting like mad. She was really hot. Fortunately, most of the shops in Beverley have little water bowls outside, so Millie could get a drink if she wanted. But she's very particular and very fussy, and there was only certain ones that she sort of like looked at and would drink out of. It seemed as though the dirtier the better. You know, the ones that look like they'd just been filled up and were clean water. Not having that. Why would I drink clean water? So she went and drank the really, really mucky ones. Well, we didn't let her drink it for too long, but yeah, that's what that's what she does. And I said, well, it's such a nice day. Why don't we go to one of the sandwich shops and get a nice little takeaway sandwich and a nice cold drink, and we can even get a little bun if you like, a little dessert, and we'll go and sit. There's a place called Beverley Westwood, and it's like a big, well, I think there's some sort of law or something whereby you can graze your cows on this land. It's a real oldie worldy type thing going back here. I don't know the full details of it. Where am I on to? 23. And you can, you know, well, there are a lot of cows there anyway, but it's like a communal place, as it were. It's got a lot of trees. I remember as a kid we used to go there to get conkers, because there's a lot of horse chestnut trees, and we used to always go conkering because there's massive trees there. Conkering is where you throw sticks up at the horse chestnut tree and get the conkers off the trees, and then you play games of conkers with them. But yeah, we used to just like collecting them and having more than everybody else, and stay out of the way, you know, when somebody's throwing sticks up at the tree, because you can quite easily get clonked on the head, which again has happened several times. It's probably the way I am, you know. It's from going on Beverley Westwood conquering and yeah, getting hit on the head with sticks. Also, when we used to get really nice winters where we had a lot of snow, we used to go and go sledging. We used to take our sledges there, because some nice hills there as well, and you could go sledging down these hills. Happy memories. We don't seem to be able to do that now. I don't know if the kids still do go through sticks at trees or not, but we certainly did, and we've not really had enough snow to be able to go sledding, so I don't suppose they can do that anymore. And yes, I said, well, why don't we go there? It's a lovely place. We'll go and sit and we'll just eat our sandwiches there. So that's what we did, and it was lovely. And I took Millie Moo for a little walk, and she just loved it so much she didn't want to get back in the car. I've definitely lost number 2. I have definitely lost one. Oh dear, I will have to be looking for that one. I have a number missing. What is it? 156. I'm sure I will have some spares, but I'm not quite sure why it's not in that bag. Oh, this is the trouble, you see, when you do a canvas and yeah, you've not looked at it for a long time. Okay. Fortunately, it's quite a common colour, I think, 156. So yeah, anyway, we sat and we had our sandwiches, and I've put some video of Millie bouncing through the buttercups. Never seen so many buttercups. And some photographs in my last video. Was it the last video? The video before, anyway. Come on then. Keep going. Tiptoe through the buttercups. Da, 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 bouncy dog. Bouncy dog. I was there, so that was quite nice. It was a nice day. And then we finally had our new blinds fitted in the house. So we've got vertical blinds all fitted. It's amazing. You don't realise how old and grubby your old things are until you get new ones, and it just makes so much difference. The house is just so much lighter now, but we've gone from like a cream colour to it's like a grey, silver grey bamboo colour, and it just looks so fresh and so much lighter. So I've been round filling in holes, so I just need to go back and just sandpaper over and paint over it, because it's a little bit rough where I filled in the holes, but I was more intent on actually getting the hole filled rather than it looking really good until I've got it all dry and everything. So that's that done. And yeah, we just feel as though we're getting lots and lots of little jobs done at the moment. Must be the weather. It must be because it's coming up spring cleaning, although we're a bit past spring now, aren't we? It's yeah, getting May, will be June, a week and a bit, so that's soon past. Gosh, I can't believe how fast the time's going. We have another bank holiday. It's Whit Week, Whitsuntide, and yeah, we'll be, well, it's, the shops are supposedly closed, but they never really do, so it's a bit sad for the shop workers, really. And yeah, we'll be, oops, I think it's this weekend, or is it weekend after? Because the 31st, the weekend after, but I know the children are off school, Whit Week, as we call it. Although I think it's called Spring Bank Holiday now. I don't think we call it Whit Week anymore. Right, so this is number 30. It's and sign. Oh, that's not very good, Liz. Well, that's as good as it's going to get, I tell you. My brain's just gone. It's such a long time since I've drawn one. I usually do a squiggle like that. But yeah, years of writing notes when I was at college. Oh dear. Right, anyway, at least I know what it is, and I've got the other numbers on as well. Oh, what am I doing? Oh dear, my brain has gone. So yeah, I hope everybody's got something nice planned for the next week and working on your diamond paintings. I have my 30 cards in 30 days coming up shortly, so we will be doing that. I'll do a video on that telling you all about it. And yeah, I've definitely got a bag missing. Oh dear, that's not good. Now I'm thinking, where on earth have I put it? What? I mean, I can't even think what I was doing yesterday, let alone trying to work out where I've put a bag of drills. It's probably in with something else. It's probably fallen out. Because I know it was here because I did check them all off. Oh, I'm going to have to do another bag. Yeah. And another label. This is a question mark. I can draw question marks. So it's 31. It's a good job I've got plenty of labels as well. 3, 7, 5, 6. And it's a question mark. Oh, there. Right. So let's put, oh, we've got a blue one escaped into there, look. And it wasn't me because I haven't done these. Yeah, certainly a lot of colours. It'd be nice to get this one done because I've been wanting. I've had the frame for it for ages. So yeah, I do need to get this one done and put on the wall. And oh, hang on. Got all these little stragglers to put in here as well. Come on, in you get, in you get. So, oh, I've just done my second Temu. Is it Temu? Do you pronounce it Temu? Temu? I don't know. Anyway, I've just done my second order today. It's not all diamond painting stuff. It's a lot of other bits and pieces as well. So it'd be interesting to see what comes. I know one lady commented and said, oh dear, you've gone down the rabbit hole and I'm on my 4th or 5th order. And I thought, wow. But it's just so easy. It's just like, it's like one of those shops that you go in and you don't know you need it until you see it. And then you think, oh, that's a good idea. I'll get one of those. But what I've started doing is putting a lot of stuff in my basket and then leaving it. And 2 things that I've had in my basket have actually gone to half price since I put them in my basket. And then I got a special offer for £7 off if I spent over £70. So I sort of like thought, oh, heck, that's, 10% off. And so I've just ordered a few extra bits and pieces, quite a few bits and pieces for sort of like the house and the car and things. That I may or may not show you when the package comes, because they might be a bit boring for you. But yeah, there's some little gadgets and bits and pieces. And there was a cardigan that Huey wanted. Now, I have warned him, just because it looks like that on the picture doesn't mean it's going to look like that when it comes. And it was supposedly £32 reduced to £16. And I thought, oh, £16, quite a lot of money to pay if it's not right when it comes and it's not what he wants. So I did warn him it might not be. Anyway, that's one of the things that's now gone down to £8 something. So I thought, oh, well, for £8, we'll give it a punt. If it's not right when it comes or if it's too small, because you do tend to find that you have to order enormous sizes to get anywhere near what size you actually are from these China companies. I mean, I've actually ordered things in double XL and they've come and they've sort of like fitted the grandkids rather than me. And although I'm a big lady, I like to think I'm not quite that big. So yeah, so we'll see what it's like when it comes. It could be one of those that you see on YouTube and on all the different sites saying what I ordered versus what I got. But anyway, it'll just have to go to charity. I'm sure it'll fit somebody if it doesn't fit him. But yeah, we have ordered the bigger size anyway, so we'll see what happens. Oh dear, it's all good fun. He's previously done this, without telling me. I think he ordered something from, I don't know, it might have even been AliExpress or somewhere. And it came and literally, well, I just couldn't stop laughing. It was just so small. And yeah, he just, well, it wasn't good, let's put it that way. And it is a waste of money, but yeah, it gives us a laugh. Oh gosh, all these little escapees, look, that I've got under here. All right, so that is that kitted up. Now then, shall I put these in pots or not? I don't think I'm going to. I think what I'll probably do is work from the bags on these until I get to the pots, and then I'll work on the pots, because there's going to be at least another 2 pots of each of these. So pop those into here, because we've got plenty of space in there. I think I will keep these little bags all together in here. And put that in there as well. So that is my little Millie Moo all kitted up with a few wasted labels, because for whatever reason I couldn't remember how to draw, can't speak even now, an at sign. I mean an and sign. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's my little Millie Moo all kitted up and ready to do. So yeah, look at that little face. She's not with me today. It's really warm again today. So she's downstairs with her dad. In fact, she may even be sat outside in the garden at the moment because it is so warm. And she does love being outside. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for stopping by. If you've enjoyed looking at this video with me, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. any comments or questions in the comments down below. And if you want to come back and see what I get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button down in this corner and all notifications bell that pops up, I forgot what I was saying then, then you'll be subscribed to the channel and you'll be part of our little family, and you're not going to miss any videos because you'll get a little notification telling you that I've uploaded a new video. Okay, well, again, thanks for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.